Hey, what's up, guys? Coming out with my video. I'm going to do my series one about to have two twin sisters, part 11. So in the last part and part 10, there we had um, mostly were doing the preliminary rounds there. When they were doing the preliminary rounds, everybody technically passed there. Whoever got advanced there to the preliminary rounds. The matches are for the second rounds there. We have Naruto versus Neji. Kiva, or not Kiva. Naruto versus Neji. Uh, yeah, Naruto versus Neji. Shikamaru versus Tamari. Konkoro versus Shino. Aruko versus the Mummy Guy. And yeah, Aruko versus the Mummy Guy. And Sasuke versus Gaara. But mostly I'm gonna say the Mummy Guy technically dies there from Gaara, so technically Aruko technically advances to the next round anyways. Maybe she has to fight the winner of Shikamaru versus Tamari, so she technically fights the winner of that one. So we have to. And then they're like, "Oh, good luck" and stuff like that. And then we see freaking they were waiting for the hospital there. Akashi comes and stuff, and they Naruto and Ruko were actually saying to there's to Akashi there, say, "Oh, Akashi Sensei, you're gonna train us and stuff." And then he's like, "No," he's like, "I'm gonna train Sasuke there." He's like, "I have something for him and stuff like that." That's what he was saying. And he's like, "Don't worry, I have teachers for the both of you and stuff." And then mostly we see Anko come in, and she's like, "Oh, hey there, buddy." And she's like, "Oh, hey there, Anko," and stuff like that. And then she's like, "Well, you're gonna be mine for the next week there. Oh, that's gonna be so fun there." And then technically, Naruto's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get there," and he's like, "That would be me." And he's like, and then Naruto's like, he's like, "Pervert," and stuff like that. And then Kashi's like, "Wait, what do you call him and stuff?" He's a pervert. And he's like, "Oh, you're hurting my feelings, Naruto." So that was in part 10 there. So I was going to part 11 there. Um, so mostly, uh, mostly Kashi's like, "Well," he's like, "Just behave, Naruto." He knows how to do his stuff there and stuff like that. So technically, Kashi walks away, and he's like, "Well, I have to start your training there." Something. He's like, "Well, I don't want to train with you and stuff like that." That's what Naruto was actually saying. He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna let you, if you outrun me there, I will let Akashi train you and stuff like that." That's what he was saying. He's like, he's like, "I will give you a 5-second head start there," and then Naruto starts running. He's like, "Peace, sucker," and then mostly runs there and stuff. And he's like, "Well, mostly now I can go get him and stuff." So technically, the guy with the glasses there was chasing Naruto down the thing. He's like, "Oh man," he's like, "Why are you chasing me?" And then mostly he does the shadow clones. He's like, "Shadow clone jutsu," and then mostly they split up there, and he does his shadow clones there, taking out all the clone Naruto's there and stuff. And then he finds a billboard there, and then he does. He was trying to. Mostly it was technically Akashi's book there. Mostly the good part of thing there. So he uses Akashi's book he reads and stuff. Billboard, it looks like Akashi's book, and mostly, and then he's like, well, I actually caught up to you. He's like, "Damn it," and stuff like that. "How are you caught up to me?" He's like, "Well, you're not compared with this thing there and stuff." So mostly he's like, "Let's start your training now." And then mostly they go to the hot springs. He's like, "Wait," he's like, "I have to take a bath here," and he's like, "No, no, there. This is not from the thing. This is part of your training. We'll see you can walk on water there." So technically, he does it pretty well. Naruto does it pretty well because he doesn't have that Orochimaru's Prime Frost seal there to actually seal the Fox's chakra there. So technically, he does the water perfectly because the sisters know how to teach him how to like walk on trees and walk on water there. So he does it pretty well there and stuff. He's like, wait, that's amazing there. How he did that there and stuff. He's like, well, yeah, I've been training with my sisters for a long time there, but technically, he's like, he's like, I learned this a long time ago and stuff like that. He's like, okay, and stuff like that. So technically, he was impressed there, and then out of nowhere, we hear, and then he's like, my, you're spying on the women there. He's like, and then he's like, keep it down. You want to get us caught there? Mostly it was Jiraiya. Jiraiya said that. And he's like, he's like, I'm not gonna let you spy on the women there. So then he's like trying to charge right at him. He's like, oh god. He's like, this idiot. He's gonna get us caught for sure. So he grabs him with the toe, smashes him on the ground. He's like, ugh, and stuff. And then Naruto was like, he's like, wait, you hit my teacher and stuff like that. And he's like. He's like, you hit my teacher on the ground and stuff. And he's like, well, and stuff like that for it. And then he's like, who are you? And then he's like, glad you asked. I'm the Master Jiraiya. He does his fucking intro there and stuff. And then he's like, uh-huh. He's like, oh, later, kid, and stuff like that. And he's like, I don't care about you. He's like, mostly, I don't care about you there. But technically, and that's what he said. Like, he's like, I don't care about you. I'm gonna go train off by myself there. And then mostly we see all that stuff there that happens there and stuff. Technically, we see Naruto technically training there. Huh? He's like, how the heck I can be Neji Hyuga there when technically he's mostly the top thing there. He's like, I do really want to revenge him because what he did to Hinata there, but damn, he's too more skilled and stuff like that. Then we see Jiraiya come in. He's like, what are you doing here and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I did cost you a teacher there and stuff. He's like, you liar and stuff like that. He's like, well, technically, how about this if I help you train there? So how Naruto is going to train? Mostly Naruto is mostly going to get the short end of the stick there because technically his training is going to be mostly going to be the same like in the original series there. So I can't really do too much there to whatever changes there and stuff like that. Technically, Jiraiya shows him how to train the Fox's chakra there, how to summon the cheat toad there. Mostly summon him how to summon the cheat toad there. And mostly gets the short end of the stick on that one. Other trainings there, mostly will happen there. We see Aruka there was training with Anko there. She's like, okay, good job, Aruka there. And technically, I'm pretty interested. You actually can master stuff. She's like, oh yeah, thanks, Anko Sensei. She's like, okay, I'm going to teach her how to do the Shadow Striking Snake. So technically, Aruko technically does the Shadow Striking Snake there. She can do that there. She can also do the summoning contract. Mostly Naruto has named something with the toads there. Aruko technically has her signing with the snakes there, so technically she does that there. Then everybody else is doing their training there and all that stuff there. So we get to the day of the second round exams there, so mostly in the second round. Mostly Naruto is running late there. Mostly technically Naruto is technically running late. We see Naruto, Naruto, and Aruko are technically running late there. They get to the stadium there and stuff. Technically Naruto actually looked at Aruko's at Aruko there. She actually has Anko's jacket on. She's like, oh, hey Aruko, technically that looks pretty cool on you. And she's like, oh yeah, thanks Naruto, and stuff like that. And then he's like, whoa, wow, you got that jacket there? She's like, oh yeah, I got it from Anko Sensei there. She's like, he's like, yeah, that's pretty cool there and stuff. And technically Naruko was like, she's mostly standing in the stand. She's like, yeah, let's do it, Naruto and Aruko and stuff like that. And then she's like, oh yeah, that's my little sister. That's what Aruko was actually saying. And then she's like, and then Naruto's like, yeah. He's like, nice and stuff. So technically, we go into the fights there. Mostly half of the fights play out the same there, so I'm not going to really explain too much of the fights. But I am going to do the Naruto versus Neji fight. So that's gonna they're gonna wait for Sasuke there. He doesn't show up there, so they're like, oh, let's do the matches there. So technically, the matches start there with Naruto is actually was saying there to Neji there. He's like, well, I'm bound to avenge you, avenge there. He's like, well, you're not gonna do nothing against me, Naruto, and technically, you don't have nothing to think. He's like, I'm mostly gonna avenge there and actually change the Hyuga way there, and then mostly kicking your butt when you didn't Hinata there, and then mostly Naruto and Naruto were like cheering like, yeah, Naruto, kick his butt there, kick Neji's butt, avenge Yato there, and stuff like that. And then he's like, well, he got something there and stuff like that. And he's like, shut up. He's like, I want to take you on. So no. So the fight begins there. So Naruto uses his Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. He's like, Shadow Shuriken Jutsu, and then mostly bouncing off the thing, he does his rotation there. He's like, damn. He's like, I'm going out class there. So technically, he does his Shadow Clones there, trying to throw him off there. It doesn't really work. He's like, damn. He's like, Mostly was actually saying, he's like, well, you're not going to do nothing there and stuff like that. And then Mostly does more shot clones there, and he gets technically laid out by the 64 palms there. He takes out half the clones there and stuff. He's like, well, compare this, and he throws a paper bomb right at Neji's thing there. He's like, rotation there. He's like, wait, what? And he jumps out of the way, boom, and he's like, well, you can't do nothing against me there. Rotation, and then mostly he does his rotation there and stuff like that again, and then mostly it kept going out for a while until Neji was actually saying something about the Hyuga clan there, the branch family and stuff like that, and he shows him his mark there, like he does in the original series. He's like, well, technically I got this mark from the branch family and stuff like that. mostly we're technically different type of clan there compared to the main household there. And then Naruto's like, I don't give a damn there. You don't hurt your family members like that. Ah, and then trying to throw some hands there. Technically, technically, he gets hit by the chakra points. He's like, he's like, damn. He's like, I can't break out of these chakra points there. He's like, come on, you damn fox there. Mostly activating the first cloak of our. Mostly Naruto actually activates his Nine Tails chakra mode, and then Neji's like, what the fuck? What type of thing? What the fuck is he using? And mostly using his Byakugan, and then mostly Naruto's like laying him out and stuff, and he's like, oh crap. Mostly Neji was technically kind of fucked there because of the Nine Tails chakra, but Neji technically knocks Naruto down, hit him on the crater there and stuff, and he's like, huh, it's over. Mostly Naruto mostly put a shadow clone right there, and not even noticing Naruto was like digging through the hole there at this time. he's like in the match there, and then mostly the match was almost gonna be in there, and Neji was gonna win. Naruto comes out of the break, boom, hits Neji in the jaw like he does in the original series, and he's like, and he knocks him out. He's like, damn. It's like, how the heck you defeated me and stuff. He's like, well, I was gonna change the Hyuga way there and stuff like that. Mostly it was a shock on it when when he popped out and punched him in the chin there. And that's the and the winner is Naruto Uzumaki. So Naruto won that fight there. The next fights there play out the same. Shikamaru technically won his fight there. Or no, Shikamaru technically he gave up there. Shikamaru gave up, and Kankuro technically dipped out there. So the next fight there, we had Aruko versus Tamari there. So technically, Ruko was like, "Huh, you're gonna do this there against me," and he's like, "Huh, should I have to fight you and stuff like that?" And then the matches begin. Ruko does her thing there, and she does striking shadow snake. She's like striking shadow snake there, and mostly jumping around there, and she's like, wind cycle, and mostly trying to bounce off the snakes there. She's like, damn it. She's like, I can't do nothing there. Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. And mostly 1,000 Shuriken coming right at him. She's like, and then Tamara's like, damn, this girl's fucking. She's like, this girl's fast there. She's like, I can't keep up and stuff like that. And you see Naruto and Naruto like, they're like, come on, Naruto, you got this and stuff. She's like, yeah, and stuff like that. Mostly trying to hit her and stuff like that. She's like, windbreaker, boom, and then mostly knocking her. Ugh, crap. She's like, damn, he's strong than that other guy there. The other guy was just mostly didn't do nothing there, and mostly she's more exhausted there because she kind of uses her half of her chakra there and stuff. And then Naruto was like, Aruko was like, take this. And then mostly she grabs her and she's like, she's like, I can't get out. She's like, take this. Boom. Slams her against the ground. She's deadly. Aruko deadly slams Tamara against the ground there, and the winner is Aruko Uzumaki. And she's like, how you got so strong there? She's like, well, I'm actually much stronger than you there and stuff like that. She's like, believe it there. So she's like, damn, I lost this one. Then we get into the last fight there, Gaara versus Sasuke there. The fight begins there. Technically, Sasuke uses Chidori there to mostly Sasuke was technically bouncing off of his thing there, and then mostly uses Chidori, and then mostly Naruto, and Naruto are like, wait, what is that there? And stuff, and they're like, watch. And then mostly he does his Chidori, and then he gets hit, and then Gaara gets his eye. He's like, my blood, and stuff like that. He does like my blood and stuff. And then the match gets stopped by the invasion there, and that's where the what if technically ends there. So, yep. Comment, rate, and respond to its post. We like posts. Please hit the bell in case you want to see our uploads. Comment, respond to its post. I'll carry out. Happy peace.